Why am I saying it like that? Today we're going to be playing Bloodstained, which last year I did Symphony of the Night, if you remember. And I think a lot of us enjoyed that. We killed Dracula. We ran around his castle for weeks. And we killed him. Bloodstained is the spiritual success. Yeah, that was Rondo. That was Rondo's guy. We don't gotta talk about Rondo. But yeah, Symphony is the one where he plays Alucard and the whole game takes place in Dracula's castle. Hold on. There. Okay. So yeah, Symphony, Dracula's castle. Weird jumping puzzle. Yeah, sure. Okay. I've got just about everything set up. Let me turn my webcam on real quick. Wait. Ah! I turned myself into an anime character. I'm Anime Adam. Every October we have a gimmick. And I think I accidentally discovered what this October's gimmick's gonna be. So I was working on this with Sky off stream, and I had a bit too much fun with it, I think. Yeah, there's shark teeth in my mouth. My eyes like to blink out of sequence sometimes, and I'm not sure if that's my actual eyes or just the camera having a hard time. But it's working pretty well for the most part. I do have like a twitch in my left eye, which is also going to be my left eye from your perspective. It is kind of twitching in real life. So that's probably having an effect. But anyway, look, I'm in front of a pre-rendered background of my usual. If I crop it like this, hold on, I can make it look just like my webcam usually does. It's like I'm really here. No, but seriously, this is just a picture. I just opened up my webcam and took a picture. So I'm sitting here in front of a pre-rendered background. It's not really, it's just a JPEG. But I thought it would be perfect. It's like, this is what you see normally when I turn my webcam on. Made you look. Okay, so let's play some Bloodstained. Should I leave the avatar up? Go for it. Okay. Alright, we'll leave the avatar up. I'm trying to shrink the avatar. Right now I'm just grabbing the pre-rendered background even though you can't see it. We'll put him right here. Usually I don't like things that are super intrusive on the stream, but this is something different. Let's give it a try. Here's the thing though. You are going to see the avatar. I'm not going to once we're in the game. It's like a Twitch stream. What do you mean it's like a Twitch stream? Well, fuck. No, sometimes I have a webcam on. Are you talking about because it's green screened? So all you see is the head? It looks very professional. Anime me has a green screen. Real life me also has a green screen, but has nothing to hang it on. It's fucking crazy that you can see where I'm looking sometimes. Like, when I look to the left or right, you can see that shit. You'll also see, like, every time I, like, twitch or go to crack my neck, it's gonna make my anime character freak out. Like that. Don't worry, the eye twitching is a normal part of cracking your neck. I mean, with things like, with things like, oh, what's that fucking VR thing called? VR chat. Wow, that half the title is VR. With VR chat and shit like that, like, people already are basically just anime characters in their social lives. The program I'm using to talk to you right now, I can use to, like, video call people, and they're just gonna see this. Like, they pull out their phone, they're at the office, and they gotta call me because they need, like, they need me to fix some code, and this is what pops up. I'm super conscious of every time I blink right now. I'll stop being conscious of it as once we get into the loud game. Why is this game so loud? Oh my god. Alright, I got the game in windowed mode. Let me get everything else set up. Yeah, that needs to come down a little bit. I might turn the in-game volume down, because I've got my volume at 16, and it's gonna blow my eardrums. I itched my nose, and it made my eyebrows twitch out. What the fuck was that? Anyway. I gotta add a game capture. I'm so distracted right now. Usually I have this shit done in seconds. No, this stream will never be brought to you by AI writers. There we go, I'll just put it over me. Okay. Okay, alright, let's go. Let's play some Bloodstained. Look, all my graphics are set to cinematic. If the avatar blinks, that is me blinking. I'd say 90% of the time. Yes. I'm alternating eyes. And if the avatar looks around, that is also me looking around. I'm gonna look to the left. Now I'm gonna look to the right. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. Oh god, it's like put it on 2 and it's tolerable. How this is so loud. Anyway, welcome to Bloodstained. This is the spiritual successor to the Castlevania series. Sorry, I just itched my eye. Yeah, a higher quality webcam would help, but for now it's working pretty good. But that's mostly thanks to my graphics card has tracking tech built into it that I didn't know about. So I just downloaded a driver for that and magic. And now every time I blink, it's almost always out of sequence. See, that was a good blink. Don't count how many seconds between my blinks, it'll drive me crazy. Anyway, spiritual successor to Castlevania. I'm gonna forget about the avatar now. Let me know if it freaks the fuck out. And we're playing on normal because this game is hard enough. Anyway, there's... tell me if you recognize this voice.
The Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era that threatened to transform the values of men. No longer would spirituality be their compass. But not all welcomed the change.
The opening cutscene's kind of quiet. It'll get louder.
In 1783, just as the fires of the Laki eruption had plunged all of Europe into an ashen darkness, a horde of demons spilled from the shadows and fell upon city after English city. It was a message. The Alchemy Guild, fearing the rise of industrialism and abandonment by their wealthy patrons, had done the unthinkable to defend their existence. Through recondite arts, the alchemists had created shard binders, humans transplanted with crystal that attuned them to demonic power. They sacrificed the shard binders, and in doing so threw the gates of the world open to demonkind. Countless innocents died, and though the church succeeded in vanquishing the Hell's End, a steep price had already been paid and collected. As for the shard binders, they were presumed to have all died in the sacrificial rite. However, 2 survived. Jeeble, a boy for whom by some miracle the rite did not prove fatal. And Miriam, a girl who was spared the rite altogether on account of the strange slumber that took her just before it could begin. 10 years have passed. Mankind too soon forgets tragedy. The demons have returned, presaged by a great castle. And on this very hour, Miriam awakens. Upon learning Jeeble is the architect of this new, bloodstained ritual, Miriam and the alchemist Johannes set forth for the accursed castle. Their galleon cuts through the water, lancing towards the inevitable.
The same director as the old Castlevania games.
Johannes, are you certain it was...
It was Jeeble's doing, Miriam. No mistake.
It's so hard to believe. I wouldn't even be alive if not for him. He's a good soul.
I know. I know how you feel. But the facts are apparent. And the hell he endured 10 years ago would break the best of souls. Miriam, I want you to know that I'm sorry. What my brothers subjected you to, there's no forgiving it.
It was their transgression, not yours. You always took care of us.
Obviously, not enough.
Well, let it go, Johannes. We need to focus on the task ahead. If Jeeble is responsible for the summoning, then I have to stop him. I gave him my word.
I ought to do it. He was my best friend.
But I'm the only one who can. The shard experiments prepared me for combat. Let them amount to something. 10 whole years. What put me in that sleep?
I wish I had the answer. All I know is the spell that stopped time for you was advanced, arcane. But by observing the ebb of the magic's hold on you, I was able to predict exactly when you would wake up.
Oh.
We'll make landfall soon. You should get ready. I had the chest there packed with essential equipment. Now would be a good time to put it on.
Okay, hold on. I just need to look at something real quick. Yeah, so this was a Kickstarter game, and this was started by the guy who used to work on the Castlevania series. I see your head moving. What do you mean? Of course my head's moving. I'm not a robot. Anyway. If this looks like Symphony of the Night, that's on purpose. You have equipment slots, you level up. You can play with different weapons that suit your playstyle.
Good. You're prepared. The next order of business is to...
I'll take care of it.
Shard, a crystallized form of demon power, cannot be handled by an ordinary human being.
Was that a shard?
I'd forgotten the way it felt. Like uninvited claws scraping across my bones.
The demon's power was transmuted into that shard, which forcibly bonded to the crystal embedded in your body. The strength you gain from it is undeniable, but eventually, the crystal will devour you.
I thought the procedure you discovered halted the corruption.
It did, but that doesn't guarantee you'll be safe if you start absorbing shards in massive quantities.
I know my body's limits better than anyone, and I'm going to need all the power I can get. If I run into trouble, you can help me. You've done it before. You'll do it again.
Thanks for giving me a choice in the matter. Well, I won't let you down. Not if I can help it. Just promise you won't push yourself.
How did they get inside?
The demons from the castle must have infested the ship.
Then they can help me wake up these muscles of mine. I'll wipe the deck with them.
So yeah, the difference between this and Symphony of the Night, of course, this uses 3D graphics, so it's like 2.5D, whereas Symphony was all sprites. But you're gonna notice the music, the characters, even the goddamn transition areas, they all suggest Castlevania. Konami didn't want to make Castlevania games anymore, but its creator certainly did. And
This device responds to magic. Maybe I just need to hold my hand up to it.
if you remember, Symphony was kind of a long game. Well, this game's even longer, which is why I want to get a little bit of a head start on it. But yeah, people backed the hell out of this on Kickstarter, and it's one of those rare Kickstarter success stories. Look, a harpy. Also, I realize, like, we've been playing a lot of games about vampires on stream lately, aka one game about vampires. I think subconsciously I was just ready for October. I'm gonna turn the game down just a smidge. The talking, I know, is a little quiet, but the action is a little loud. It's like a movie. I gotta remember I can backstep. That's my most underused move in Symphony. Oh yeah, if you want to, we can even do horror movies on the server, like last year. I can pick out some horror movies that I like. Preferably, probably some, like, that you haven't seen, like last year. I know last year I thought about it, but didn't do it, but there's 2 Silent Hill movies. And while, yeah, I think video game movies aren't always the best, but the 2 Silent Hill movies are both actually pretty good. The second one is based directly on Silent Hill 3, and the first one, Silent Hill 1. But the second one makes less changes than the first one. It's kind of strange. There's still changes, but not as many. I have no idea what that looked like, but I just took a drink. So it probably freaked the fuck out. Alone in the Dark did get a horror movie, but it was like, it was bad. It was, directed by Uwe Boll, which we've talked about this guy on stream before. He makes really shitty video game horror movies, or just video game movies. But yeah, one of the mechanics in this one, like Alucard would get new weapons and stuff dropped by enemies, but in this one, enemies drop shards sometimes and allow you to steal their abilities. Which isn't a mechanic unique to this game, it's a mechanic that was introduced in a couple of the Castlevania games. And of course, these abilities aren't necessarily always optional. There's a lot of them you need to get to be able to progress, so sometimes you gotta kill some enemies a few times to get their ability. I think every enemy has one, and the bestiary will let you know if you're missing an ability from a specific enemy. So there isn't too much guesswork involved, really. Just pay attention to what enemies can do, and if they're doing something that might be useful to you, try and get their shard. The character that this character closest resembles from Castlevania, what was her name? I'm trying to remember. She's from Order of Ecclesia, which was a Castlevania game on the DS. There was a coin I didn't pick up. What was her name? Fuck, I should know. Her friend looked like Anakin Skywalker. And she looked like the drummer from fucking Seven Nation Army. What was that band? Can't even remember the name of that band anymore. The White Stripes. I gotta look this character up real quick because she's Magic Book agrees. What do you mean Magic Book agrees? Oh, the band's called the White Stripes. Order of Ecclesia. Protagonist. What was her name? Shanoa. Yeah, like I would have ever remembered that. But look at this chick. This is the protagonist of Order of Ecclesia, who also has this similar ability to Miriam in this game. They have a close resemblance, but it's their power that I'm comparing. But Shanoa is one of Castlevania's prettiest protagonists. Don't tell anyone I said that. Sorry, Alucard. But Shanoa's partner looks like Anakin Skywalker, and when you've seen it, you will never not see it. He turns into a bad guy. I slaughtered them like animals. The women and children. I kind of hope they bring the DS Castlevanias to modern platforms because there's 2 or 3 of them, and they're fucking good. Before we move back to the game, I need you to see Shanoa's boots. Look at those fucking things. I like that this game starts on a boat. It's a fun starting area. It's a big fucking boat, and I guess everyone else died because there's only 2 living people on it. Are you... That wouldn't by chance be a reference to the first Pirates of the Caribbean, would it? Oh, okay. Because as soon as I said this boat only has 2 people on it, I just, like, a scene from the first Pirates of the Caribbean, which I haven't seen in years, shot through my mind. Yeah, I'm sorry, there's no way I was gonna remember the boat that Dracula sailed on in Castlevania. I mean, Bram Stoker's Dracula. I forgot that was even, like, a thing. One thing I like about this is a lot of your equipment actually appears on your character, which was something that Symphony of the Night also did as much as it could with pixel art. Remember those bullshit shoes I found in Symphony that made you like a centimeter taller? And they really did, but it was like so... It was such a minimal change that it was almost impossible to see. Those were the days. Thanks. Yeah, get ready for falling. That guy blew me off the ledge and then pieced out. What a prick. Oh yeah, the boat swaying adds some fun atmosphere to it. Technically, you can see the water a little bit. I'd like to point out this monster's name is one letter away from something else. You look in the... Wait, you can't see the bottom right corner because I'm in the way. I'm gonna jump ship to the left side of the screen real quick. I've been forcibly moved. I don't think there's any HUD elements in the bottom left. No, when I pick up items, they appear in the bottom left. God damn it. Okay. Alright, I've got an optimal place that I can be. Don't look... Wait, I have no lower half. Now this is a stream. You know what I thought about when I was setting this up? This is the world's most niche puppet show. Alright, you know what? I'd rather people be able to see what I'm grabbing out of chests over what the enemies' names are, because we can just look at the bestiary. You know, I used to call it the bestiary or something like that when I was younger. And I'll tell you, I called it that for a long time. Because when I finally learned how to say bestiary, you know what it was that taught me that? The Castlevania show on Netflix taught me how to say bestiary. Because Trevor Belmont says it when he's fighting the Cyclops. A Cyclops, right out of the family bestiary. When someone says a word wrong, don't laugh at them. It means they learned it from... They learned it while reading. Often when someone says a word wrong, it's because it's the first time they've ever said it. And they never actually heard it said before. I don't know how many words I learned from reading that I was just like, I've never encountered this word. Like bestiary. Who says that? Nobody's around you is ever going to say bestiary. Here's the thing, Sky. While this is technically, I suppose, a VTuber avatar, I don't think I'm gonna start advertising this account as a VTuber account. I suppose we'll see. But once I do turn into a VTuber, I'll have to talk like this all the time because I have to put maximum effort into my voice sounding real sexy. I got a whip. Close your eyes, Konami. It was just the snake voice without the growl. That's all I did. I just did the low voice for the snake voice without the gravel in the throat. Alright, you know what? I can just shoot you. So, those little panicular-shaped creatures that are probably definitely squids of some kind, they're called Seamas. S-E-A-M-A. And I think they shoot white goop out at you. I don't think they're being too subtle. I like the save room couch. You'll notice that no matter where you are in the game, the save rooms don't look like the area you're in. Like, this does not look like a boat anymore. That's kind of intentional, because the save rooms exist in a... They exist in a dimension known as this is a video game. It's designed that way so they can use the same save room and they don't have to design a unique one for every single area. This isn't Dracula. And it's not Alucard either.
Sleeping Beauty, you've decided to awaken.
Jeeble, tell me you didn't do this. It doesn't make any sense.
How does it not? After all the sins humans wrought upon us?
Johannes told me what they did to you. And you're right, it's horrible. But what you're doing now is just as bad.
This also isn't the Phantom of the Opera.
No! No, there you are very wrong. What the alchemists did was reshuffle our bodies.
And it's not Noctis.
What I intend to do is reshuffle the world. I'd say I've earned the right. Join me, Miriam. You're the only one who understands the pain I feel. What it's like to no longer be human.
What? I never thought I'd hear those words from you. I was the one that came to you broken, convinced I was a monster. And you told me...
This is nonsense.
You told me our power doesn't make us good or bad. Our choices do. I'd given up on my humanity, but you restored my hope. Don't you remember?
Master Jeeble, we must return.
Yes. Miriam, I tire of reminiscing with you. You're here to kill me, aren't you? Then first prove you can find me. Along the way, you'll have no choice but to absorb shards and avail yourself of the powers of hell. If you can still claim to be human at the end of it all, then perhaps I might be more inclined to listen. Come, Gregory. We're leaving.
This guy pops up on our streams a lot lately.
Jeeble, wait!
She turned into the moon. First boss is a monster girl. Ow. Oh god, I'm gonna die to the first boss battle. Watch. I need a potion. Ah, shit, I tried hard to avoid that. How do I avoid this? I got it. Oh god. No, we can't die to the first boss. We fucking clutched it. Thrashing tentacle. Attack foes with one of Vepar's tentacles.
I saw it. Just a flicker. That was the Jeeble I know. I will put a stop to all this.
Bloodstained.
We're here.
Was this a village? What happened to it? The demons Jeeble summoned?
They've moved faster than we hoped. Miriam, we have to hurry. This was where we were supposed to meet our contact.
All right. But wait. Let me clear the area. There are still demons about.
The soundtrack in this game is really good. Oh, and one of the voices, not one of the voices I'm expecting you to recognize specifically, but one of the voices that appears in this is Alucard's original voice actor. Whoa, I'm about to get murdered by a rat. We just beat the first boss. I'd really rather not. Hey, now I can summon a rat. Play nice. Don't kill me. I just need to get in here. I just have to get a little further.
Oh, Thank you, Miriam. You know who I am. And that means...
I'm sorry we couldn't get here sooner, Dominique.
So this is our contact.
Yes, the church sent me. As you can see, I know a thing or two about expelling demons.
Can you tell this character's a nun?
An exorcist. And we're lucky to have you, Dominique.
And the church you, Miriam. Thank you for guiding her here, Johannes.
You wouldn't have asked if it wasn't important, but you should tell us why you need her. Miriam isn't one to shy away from danger. But she deserves to be armed with all the facts.
Yes, very well. I told you when I contacted you that the Shardbinder Jebel is responsible for summoning the castle.
Yes, there's no mistake about that. He admitted as much.
What? You spoke to him?
Then let me get right to the point. I find it curious that the outpouring of demons, facilitated by one Shardbinder, just happens to coincide with the sudden awakening of the other Shardbinder after exactly 10 years.
You're right, it is strange. But the church doesn't get to drag Miriam into this just because the timing is odd.
Oh, do you decide for her then? I asked you to bring her here so she could see the horrors that have befallen the village and make an informed choice. I have no intention of forcing you, Miriam.
You don't have to. I gave Jebel my word that I would stop him. What happened here only strengthens my resolve.
Thank you, Miriam. I am sorry to put it on your shoulders.
Pardon me?
Oh, hello there. Are you all right? We didn't mean to ignore you.
I'm all right, thank you.
You are quite welcome. Do you have a name?
Anne.
What a lovely name! Anne, you shouldn't be out here. Let me take you somewhere safe.
Oh, all right.
Come on, this way.
So this has something else that later Castlevania games would add, which is a home base area with people that you find.
I did some looking around before, and this place seems secure.
Yes, agreed.
Johannes, you, Anne, and I will remain here. We can assist Miriam from safe ground.
What? We can't ask her to brave the castle alone?
Don't be foolish. She is trained in combat. Are you? We would only get in the way.
But that's not the point.
I'll be fine, Johannes. Please don't worry.
All right, but we'll be here if you need us.
Let's not waste any time. We have a lot to do.
Come back if you need anything. I'll get a workshop running so I can perform alchemy for you.
Thank you, Johannes.
I know you're strong, but be careful.
I will.
There's also multiple playable characters, which is something that they wanted to do in Symphony and they just didn't have time for. Rondo had that. You could play as Richter and you could play as the overpowered little girl. My favorite dichotomy of characters. Grown man, vampire hunter, god in the guise of a child.
Ah, here she is. You have to marvel at the church's resources. Look at what they've provided for us.
I know, it's incredible.
So, what I can do for you here in the workshop is take materials you bring me and transmute them into new items.
He's an alchemist.
But the alchemy is easier to show you than explain. Here, I have some materials we can use. So let's try transmuting them.
I'd really like to
What are we
save.
transmuting this time?
Alright, let's make some potions.
I'll go with this.
There's lots of alchemical stuff to do. We can make weapons, clothes, items, more weapons, guns and boots, and just everything that you could ever want. cowboy hat. Why? Fuck it. Why not? We can also use alchemy to cook food. And we can enhance our shards if we want to. You know what? I'm not going to do that right now.
Once I've transmuted an item, I'll pass it on to Dominique so she can carry it at the supply post for you.
Thanks.
I'll do my best to inform you of what items you can make from what materials. But when it comes to items I don't know about, you'll have to find a formula for me and bring it here.
I understand.
Also, the demon crystal you've obtained, the shards, those can be transmuted the same way as items. Each shard requires specific materials, but it's worth it to make your shards more useful. Try it when you get the chance.
I think I will.
This
Also, neither one of us has been eating well. No wonder, considering the struggle we've been through to survive.
this game has enough progression and leveling to be like half action RPG.
If you bring me the ingredients, I can use alchemy to prepare meals for us. With proper nutrition and a varied diet, you have the potential to get much stronger.
Eating a new food for the first time will provide Miriam with a stat boost. Now let me tell you about wine. A couple of games just as a brief preview into what else we'll be playing. We're going to be playing this for October. We're going to be playing the first Luigi's Mansion, which is not a super long game. That should only take me a couple of streams. There's a game I found. I own it. Don't remember what it's called, but it's spiritual successor to the Max Payne series. Which isn't going to sound scary at first, but let me tell you the plot. You play as a dude whose girlfriend is a vampire, and she's like a Draculina, which means she's super powerful. And she's planning to end the world, so you have to go to hell and stop your ex-girlfriend from ending the world. What the premise? Once I saw the premise, I was like, I can't pass up on this. In fact, let me pop up the trailer real quick. Let me put the trailer on here real quick. I'm gonna disappear for a second, which is very un-VTuber-like of me. You don't need to see me 24/7, no. You'll be okay. First, I gotta look in my Steam library and remember what the game is called. El Paso Nightmare. No. El Paso Elsewhere. That's what it's called. Yeah, you've formed a what do they call it? Can't remember anything today. Here we go. Take a look at this. X-Backs.
Is getting bent around me, flipped, distorted beyond repair, all to keep me from reaching the bottom. It's only going to get worse from here. And why do I feel so fucking good? I don't know why the void hasn't killed me outright. Maybe it doesn't want to. Maybe it can't. Either way, I'm going to make that a problem.
It's a spiritual successor to games of that era, Sky. Specifically Mad Max, which is an early 2000s game, I think. Not Mad Max. Did I just say fucking Mad Max? Max Payne. When did the first Max Payne come out? The first Max Payne came out in 2001. Hit one more trailer real quick.
I told myself it was always going to be a one-way trip. That's what love is. So let's take it from the top. Max is Dracula, Lord of the Vampires. 15 miles from here, in a tiny motel in El Paso, Texas, she's conducting a ritual that will end the world as we know it. You here to stop me now?
No, I'm seeing you off. You're going to die.
I think that's the only way it works. One-way trip.
You deserve better than that, James.
The game looks like it's oozing in style. So there you go. That was El Paso Elsewhere. I also have El Paso Nightmare, which is a companion game that was advertised to me as a first-person survival horror. So we might end up checking out both of them. Hold on. People have played it. Apparently it's good, so that's nice to know.
Oh, hello, miss. Oh, you're looking fit as ever.
But yeah, so this area is our base of operations, and it will get more and more populated as we progress. Somebody give me a key. Let me out of here. I probably have to go talk to the nun. I don't really want to. She looks more like Bayonetta than she does a nun.
Miriam, welcome. Since this is your first time here, let me tell you a little bit about the supply post.
How much am I covering up these characters? I just need to... Not very much. Okay, perfect.
Please.
I have made arrangements so you can buy and sell items here.
That's great. Where's the proceeds gonna go to?
I would have liked to provide what you need for free, but seeing as we are largely cut off from the church's funds out here, I will need money in order to keep the supply post stocked. I hope you don't mind paying.
No, I understand. I appreciate you doing what you can.
I can also buy shards from you if you no longer need them.
Oh, hold on. I remembered one more thing. I'm sorry. This has been a very distracted stream. It's been a very, for reasons that are probably not too obvious. This has been a very hard stream to focus on. But take a look at this. You ready for this? Miku and I exist in the same plane of existence now. "23 is not going to be happy about this. I can also... Wait, I don't have to read the dialogue, it's voice acted.
Wait. Is trade in demon shards even allowed?
Of course. The church would sooner gather them up and make certain they are purified. I am not permitted to sell them, but I can buy them off you. You may want to keep extras, since possessing multiple shards of the same type amplifies its power, but there is a limit to how far that can go. And more importantly, if you carry a large number of shards, your body's corruption
May accelerate, but I'll find a way to deal with that myself.
I still recommend selling your shards as a means of making money.
Oh yes, I would love to sell my demonic artifacts to the church.
All right. I know you're looking out for me.
I think that explains everything. Now, would you like to have a look around? What are you looking to buy?
Nothing, because your prices suck.
Oh, I forgot to give this to you. It's the key to the building. You can use it to explore further in.
Thank you.
I invited the other survivors inside where it's safe.
Those are tattoos. She also has one on her shoulder and on her bosom. There's a nice holy word for you. They're related to the magic ritual that was performed on her, I think. So they're like magic tattoos.
They all have troubles that need resolving, if you can spare them the time.
I'll do what I can.
I know you will. Come back anytime. I'll be praying for you.
If I remember correctly, crystals shaped like flowers grow out of the character sometimes. Yeah, she has one on her back. I can't show it to you very well right now. Is there a way I can look at our character better? I guess not, but she has a crystal of a flower on her back. And you're just gonna have to believe me for now. It's like growing out of her body.
You there? It was awful. Those monsters came out of nowhere. We ran for dear life.
I'm sorry, who are you? You came out of nowhere, lady.
Where are the others?
Dead, most of them. My dear husband included.
I just smacked my mic. I went to itch my nose.
Those devils have to pay. Those murderers. You look strong, miss. I'm begging you. Help me.
If it's within my power.
So this lady gives you quests to go kill monsters. To get revenge for the people who have died. The best part is if you pay attention to the names of the people who have died.
Oh, thank you. My name's Lindsay. What's yours?
Miriam.
Well, Miriam, I'll gather whatever information I can about the monsters that wronged us.
Someday I'm gonna write a dictionary.
I want you to hunt down the monsters and take vengeance on them. The efforts won't go unrewarded, I promise you that.
All right. I'll do it.
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters. Help my husband rest in peace. Kill that murderer dead!
This woman has a lot of hate in her heart. Let's go save again so we don't have to repeat these conversations. Sorry, Johannes, just showing off. I'm gonna say there should be a way I can slide. Eventually we can like change our hair color and stuff. Like you get a lot of customization options when you meet a specific character. So usually what I do is accept the monster quests, and then I just kill the monsters accidentally when I come across them. And then I turn them in next time I visit home base. Capacity up. Look, it's the Pied Piper. This is a fast travel room, which is useless to us because we have no other fast travel rooms. Level up. I don't mind the whips. Eventually you can get some good skills with them. There's a whip later on that I used a lot. But I think ultimately we're going to end up doing the same thing I do in every action RPG I play, and we're going to end up using a two-handed sword that swings really slowly, but does way too much damage. It just is the way of life around here. Ah, shit, I almost had that. Also, that somehow they managed to get away with a T rating on this game. Just, whoa, just like Symphony. A secret. I found a secret. Actually, can I do anything down here? I know for a fact I don't want to be down here, but... 8 Bitcoin. You know what? We're not going to go down there yet. So you notice the trajectory on that guy's shot. You might not be a Castlevania expert, but it's got a similar trajectory to the axe weapon. Everything from Castlevania is hidden in this game in some way. So if I get that guy's shard, I can do an attack that's basically the Castlevania axe. Get down here. I can't attack upwards. Base lard. Oh look, I already have a claymore. Don't mind if I do. Are you ready for music? If you listen to this blindly, not knowing it wasn't from Castlevania, you would probably just assume Castlevania. Okay, this claymore is nice, but it's a little bit too slow for my tastes. Let's try something a little shorter. Some of these character portraits we're going to see in the background are Kickstarter backers. So that's, yeah. Like, I think somebody got their cat in the game, and, like, there's portraits of high-tier backers, and... The dev really wanted this to be a success and really wanted the funding to make it. and they surpassed all of their goals. And the game came out good, so everything worked out. Seriously, this is the best Castlevania game to come out in nearly 20 years. Okay, it hasn't been that long, because some of the DS ones probably came out in post-2010, but still. Konami just stopped making games. I mean, they're making games, well, they're making games, quote-unquote, but they... like, the Silent Hill games that are coming out, which aren't being made by Konami, but they're, you know, they got Konami's name on them, and the Metal Gear Solid collection and Metal Gear Solid 3 remaster, or remake, it's like the first games that Konami's putting out after a hiatus where they just stopped making games. Like, for a while there, their company just stopped. And so, Igarashi, the director of the Castlevania series, went off and made his own company, and made this. Hideo Kojima went off and joined up with Sony, and made Death Stranding. Now he's making Death Stranding 2. It's like all of the big names from Konami have gone on to do their own things. Because the company just fucking stabbed itself in the throat. Look, look, look. There's the cat. Fucking ghosts. It's actually a pretty good portrait of the cat, too. One of the streamers I watch, who's a big Castlevania fan, helped back this game, and he has an exclusive weapon in the game that you can get if you put in... I think if you just put in Vinesauce as your name, it gives you the weapon. It's a sword made out of vines with his logo on the handle. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool. Oh, I'm sure. But I mean, he might like Castlevania more than I do, and I like Castlevania quite a lot. When this game was on Kickstarter, though, I wasn't old enough to have a job, so, like, there was no way I was donating money. Like, even if I wanted to. We just got one of my favorite shards, I think. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. I want that guy's shard, though. The dude with the drill sword. Yeah, I mean, nowadays you can buy this game. There's more games coming out in the franchise. Like, Bloodstained has become Iga's new Castlevania. There's 2 Bloodstained games that are out now that play like the NES Castlevanias. And then there's this, which plays like the PS1 Symphony of the Night. And some of the DS games. And I imagine he's probably planning to make a sequel to this. But yeah, I mean, he's building up new characters and new lore for a series that his own company owns the right to instead of the company he works for. Probably the safer bet these days. Oh, here we got some lore finally. DXO 1764. Whilst attempting to create my homunculus, I discovered a strange formation of white crystal growing on the subject. What is it? A sign at long last that my studies are progressing? I must observe it diligently and learn all I can. CHXH 1764. The crystal I discovered appears to be multiplying. Slowly, its corruption spreads through the cadaver I chose as a subject. It is a marvelous substance. Neither entirely a liquid, nor a solid. As soon as I have enough, I shall begin experiments to discover its other properties. This motherfucker just put cornstarch and, like, water together. Yeah, it has that little... It's like a recognizable little... I don't know what to call it. That's some deep, Kool-Aid they got here. It's a big Kool-Aid fountain. Well, yeah, the music is really fun. I don't know who did the soundtrack, but they did a really bang-up job. Yeah, eventually we can go down here. Much fucking later in the game. But each major area has its own theme, and then there's boss battle themes, so... Get ready. Ow, you fuck! Eat fire. Give me a shard. I'm gonna grind on this guy till he gives me a shard. That ghost just gave me some ectoplasm. Well, give me a shard, you coward. I love that his weapon sounds like a dentist drill. What a dying sound. The dude turns into Macho Man Randy Savage when he dies. AKA Bonesaw from the first Spider-Man movie, the Sam Raimi ones. Alright, everyone who sees this. Once October comes around, you gotta do your civic duty and watch the Evil Dead movies. At least the first 3 of them, which is all of them. This guy does not want to give up the ghost. Actually, Sky, I might have to show you the show sometime, because I really like the show. The first 2 seasons are especially good. Third season is like... third season's a little unfortunate. There are some episodes in the 3rd season I really like, but the 3rd season's also when the show got canceled. So it's like, it's the season we didn't want to end the show on. Now everything's ruined. And then after the third season ended airing, Bruce Campbell tweeted out that he was retiring from playing the character. It was a real great time. Yeah, I mean, he was probably planning to retire when the show was over regardless, but it's just too bad that the show didn't get to, I guess, end the way they wanted it to. I don't know how much of the third season was affected by the cancellation. I'm not sure if the show was just running out of steam or what, but yeah, the third season is definitely the weakest of the show. So got a couple of really fun episodes, but it's... The third season of that show is like the first season of TNG.
Miriam? It can't be.
Alfred?
Why are you here?
Oh, Sky, that is something they do in the movie, or in the show. He regularly applies black dye to the gray strips on the sides of his head. There are scenes where the dye fades, and he's got his gray strips back.
Johannes, that fool of an apprentice should have stayed out of this.
Oh yeah, they don't retcon anything from the first three movies. There's actually a scene where they're like, maybe we could time travel, and he's like, well, I have time traveled once. And it's just like this thing that he brings up casually, like he'd almost forgotten about that one time he time traveled.
You have a lot to explain for. After all the terrible things you've done?
All that is in the past. I'll not be defending my actions to you.
The show is great. It's got a little bit of fan service for people who really like the movies, but it's not riding on the movie's legacy. It does its own thing, and it's great.
Don't I deserve it? You were like a father to me.
Enough, child. I am here for the book. Jeeble has the book.
What are you talking about?
If you don't already know, then let us keep it that way.
Alfred, how are you still alive?
Ugh, what were you thinking in coming here?
You can answer my question first.
You want to know how the demons get brought back a fourth time in the pilot episode of the show?
All that matters is that I am alive. Did you come here for the book?
Book? The Liber Logaeth?
Make no mistake. I won't let anyone touch that tome but me.
Yeah, so he's trying to impress an alt girl, and they're smoking weed and reading poetry. He's like, hey, get a load of this, and she reads a bunch of the Necronomicon out loud.
Not even you should touch it. Didn't what happened 10 years ago teach you anything?
I don't have time to argue with you. I just hope you are wise enough not to get in my way.
What?
You know full well my power exceeds yours. Take Miriam and leave this place. Otherwise, you will die.
Bye, dude.
I came here because something didn't feel right. But I didn't expect him.
Johannes, what is the Liber Logaeth?
And Sam Raimi actually directed the pilot episode. He produced the whole show, but he only directed the pilot. But it was still fun to have him do that.
It's a book the Alchemy Guild once possessed that allows for the summoning of spirits. The guild used it to bring about the calamity 10 years ago, and the Shardbinder's crystal acted as a kind of catalyst.
A book like that shouldn't even exist.
I know. Alfred must be trying to restore the Alchemy Guild to power. but we cannot let him lay hands on the Liber Logaeth.
He said Jeeble had it. You know, I think I might have seen it.
It makes sense, considering the situation we're in. He must have gotten his hands on it after surviving the sacrifice.
So now I have to stop Alfred too.
No, let's focus on Jeeble. If we can get to him and the book before Alfred does, we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Good point. All right.
Dominique might know what to do about Alfred in the meantime. I'll head back to the village and see what she has to say.
Yeah, you have fun. Don't die. There's a lot of monsters. Somebody just grappled up and to the left. Did you see that? Which is heavier, a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers? Obviously the kilogram of steel. Oh yeah, I get that thing shard right away, because of course I do. Thanks to the advent of modern gaming, the archers have 360 degrees of aim. Instead of just left and right and up. Toads. They're so small. Ow. Getting my ass kicked by frogs over here. Oh, I really wish this guy would just give me a shard. Fucking frogs! Oh my god, die. Please. That looks inviting. I also really like what this game does with its backgrounds. Like, there's always stuff happening in the background. It's a 2D game, but damn if they don't make use of that background shit. Okay, alright. I don't want to die. No checkpoints in this game. Death means last save, bucko. Yeah, okay, dude. Morgenstern. Why do I know that name? Well, I guess there's Guildenstern from, Onimusha. Anyway, it's just a morning star. Several months have passed since I wandered into the castle. I have managed to survive thus far by rummaging through treasure chests without the monsters taking notice. Will I find something palatable today? For once, I'd like to crack a chest open and find a mouth-watering hunk of meat. Why don't you try finding some wall chicken, dude? Isn't it suspicious how the moon in this shot is in front of the castle? That's odd. And definitely won't ever be anything important. Oh, you know it. You know it, pal. Take me home. It worked. All right, cool. I decided to cut my losses. I'd rather not lose my progress.
It's good to... So, what'll it be?
Let's see. I can make a Dawn Blade, a greatsword containing the power of Dawn. What about... Let's categorize here real quick. What do you got for armor? I can make a pirate hat. I can make scale armor or a chemise. A thin dress made of muslin. Actually has more stat increases than the scale armor.
I'll go with this. I'll go with this.
Ring. I mean, I could equip this, make this, or I could just equip the rusted ring. A rusted ring.
Johannes, can you tell me more about what happened 10 years ago?
It started when the interests of the rich shifted away from the spiritual and esoteric in favor of more material investments. The alchemists' research was expensive. The guild members didn't want to lose their wealthy patrons. So they warned again and again that demons would come if people let go of their spirituality. But people don't change that easily. So the alchemists took a more drastic measure.
You mean us? The Shardbinders?
Wait, the pirate hat actually shows up on me?
Yes. It shames me that I was even connected to what they did. But at least you have the facts of it.
It's all right. Thank you for telling me.
That was one of the items I expected not to be visible. Alright, I guess we're running around in this stupid hat until I have the items I need to make a better looking one. I only made it for its stats. I definitely didn't want to actually wear a pirate hat. It's okay, the next hat in the list was a beret, and that's much more my speed.
Hi, Miriam. So, what'll it be?
Nothing, because we don't have ingredients.
Oh, about the castle. It may not be much help, but let me tell you what I know. The castle itself was summoned from hell, demons and all. But the site it rests on is where the Alchemists Guild once lay. So you may find traces of our facilities intermingled with the rest.
Now that you mention it, I do remember seeing an area dedicated to the study of Eastern mysticism.
Yes, and another of us was researching how to create giant organisms. Anyway, just be mindful of the facility's existence. The knowledge may keep you out of harm's way while you explore.
All right. Thank you.
Alright, I avenged the death of your husband.
Have you learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned up on the monster. Good work. Here's your reward.
I guess I don't even have to make the ring. Okay, if I put these elf ears on... uh-huh.
Got any targets for me?
Bet you didn't know this was also a dress-up game.
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
Avenge the death of Simon. And avenge the death of Lisa. Those are peculiar
Dr.
names.
Simon rest in peace. Kill those murderers dead!
Have you learned...
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters. Help my neighbor Lisa rest in peace. Kill those
Yeah, so a lot of the names that pop up on the names of characters that need to be avenged are Castlevania protagonists. Who the hell are you?
I'd rather keel over and die than spend another moment in a living hell like this one.
Oh, don't say that.
Never you mind me, young lady. What's your name? I'm Susie.
Miriam, is there anything I can do to help?
Well, I do enjoy a good meal, but I can't remember the names of the dishes I like.
I'll help you figure it out. I promise.
Craving a portable snack. She wants... She says it's perfect for when you feel peckish. She wants a rice ball.
I have something new to offer you. What are you looking to buy?
Do you have ingredients? Yes, you do. I'm
Is this right? Then we have a deal.
gonna buy a couple of everything.
Thank you. Is this when we have a deal? Is this when we have a deal? Is this when we have a deal? Is this thank you? Is this when we have a deal? Is many thank? Is this right? When we have a deal? Is this thank you? Thank you. I'll be here if you need me.
If I remember correctly, eating meals for the first time gives you permanent stat increases. So, it's a good idea to cook.
Are you eating properly? What are we transmuting this time?
Yeah, like on rolled omelet, first time bonus, mind up 2 points, and it's not for like a limited time. So, as you cook, you'll eventually, do some minor leveling up. I'm sorry, didn't I buy some rice?
Alfred was your master, wasn't he?
Former master. Why?
I don't know. I was just wondering if you remember anything about him that I don't.
Fair enough. As I recall, he was studying ways of drastically slowing down objects. He was a genius, to be quite honest. But I have no respect for that now.
Why not?
Because he fought against sacrificing you right to the final moment. Only to change his mind like a coward.
I see. Thank you.
Is there a guy over here? There is. All right. Hey.
I'm glad me fields are rid of those monsters, but they're in a terrible state. I'll need to replant everything.
This dude looks like a washed up Link.
What will you grow?
Well, I haven't decided yet. Where are my manners? I'm Harry.
Miriam.
Tell me, Miriam, do you have anything I might be able to grow? Because if you let me do the farming, I'll give you your share of the harvest, and you won't even have to lift a finger.
Oh, all right. I'll keep an eye out.
Good. I'll be waiting in the fields.
This is what years and years and years of hoeing around get you. Oh, I bought rice seeds. Alright, grow me some rice.
Sure, I'll get to work.
We have to wait a little while. Not like real time, but a little while. Basically, we make some progress in game and the rice will be grown. Yeah, progress in this game can be slow sometimes because lots of running forwards and backwards, but I mean, that's just like Symphony of the Night. I smacked that dude's head right off. How? That's incredible. It's okay. Things do speed up a bit once you unlock fast travel spots. Right now I only have one, and that doesn't do me much good. As soon as I have two, though, things are gonna get a little different around here. Alright, here's the thing with a castle like this. A castle like this, visually awesome, great fucking aesthetic, right? But imagine actually living here. And it takes you like half a day to go from one end of the castle to the other. And I'm not even saying living here with all the monsters. Just imagine living in a space this large. You live in a town, dude. I mean, realistically, I would imagine there would be enough people in this castle that it would essentially be a town. But still. And then you gotta keep this place warm in the winter? Good luck with that. Fucking just give up at that point. I mean, this hallway's gonna fucking bleed the heat outside. It's half exposed to the outdoors. Well, I didn't mean to fall like that. You know, I forgot to do something important while I was back at home base. I forgot to manufacture some potions. That's okay, let's try and find a fast travel spot. This time around, before we go back. That way our journey can resume easier. I like this Morgenstern. It's fast and does a lot of damage. Well, I didn't craft any potions, but I did craft food, which heals you, so we should be okay. I mean, if you venture between save rooms too, you can keep going. Saving heals you. HP max up. I got his shard. Heretical grinder. Check this out. Get drilled, bitch. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, I've got to run to the bathroom real quick, so I will be right back. I have returned. I think I just heard a kid wipe out outside my apartment. It sounded like a bike. I think I heard a kid like cry out as a bike crashed. That's what it sounded like. So how has the experience been of having this funny guy in the corner looking at you and talking to you?
Are you eating properly? So, what'll it be?
I'll go with this. I'll go with this.
You know, if I hold on to it long enough, it'll get improved for sure. But for now, this is what we've got.
How was it you figured out a way to stop the crystal from corrupting me?
I hate to say it, but I borrowed a bit from Alfred's research. He was studying ways to slow down objects. My attempts only worked when I placed Enochian script equivalent to what he chose in the same circular pattern.
I think I understand. Sort of.
Do you now?
I understand that you're far smarter than me.
And a poor teacher, apparently.
So I think the words on her tattoos are the script that's keeping her from transforming or getting corrupted.
Got any targets for me?
Here's what I've turned up on the monster. Good work. Here's your reward.
Lisa Belmont has been avenged. There was a Castlevania game on the Sega Genesis. I forget what it's called. But one of the main characters was actually fucking John Morris. Or whatever the Morris was from the book. Well, not John Morris, but the descendant of John Morris. Or whatever their name was. But, so the Belmonts and the Morrises end up meeting in Castlevania. Was it... I always want to say John, but was it... I'm gonna look it up. It was Quincy Morris, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. It was Quincy Morris. John is just such a default American name. Nay, now I can shoot arrows. Okay, alright, Sky. Are you ready? Because a voice is about to pop up, and it's the one I want you to recognize. Let me know...
Stop right there. I knew what you are. That ghastly air about you. You reek of sorcery, Shardbinder.
Ah, and what am I to make of you?
This guy was also the narrator in the opening.
Me? I am your executioner.
Oh, and he is not an easy boss battle, but he is one of the other playable characters. And listen to his theme. Oh, fuck. I fell for it. I didn't cook any food. I thought I did. Turns out I didn't. Why do you have so much health? Fuck you. Yeah, so they got David Hayter to be one of the, spoilers, main characters. And he sounds really good at, like, he's not doing exactly the Snake voice. I think he's trying not to do the Snake voice. But he sounds good as a, with all these battle grunts and things he's doing.
Stop.
Oh. I got a backstep. Learn to backstep. Yeah, a lot of good that did me.
I will cut down all demons.
He's a demon hunter.
Stop right there.
when you consider the fact that this is just the second boss, this is definitely the boss that's like making sure you are learning how to play the game. What do you mean? Ow.
Game over.
We'll get him. Oh, yeah, he's, that's an ability of his. It's not related.
Stop right there.
It's not related to vampirism. But yes, it's something Alucard would do. This guy is the equivalent of this game's Belmont. Ah! I was doing so well.
Foolishness.
Oh, we got him.
Cease this at once, Zangetsu!
Ah, here we go.
How many times do I have to tell you? Our enemies are the demons and those in league with them.
And I say, what is the difference? The alchemists were the gunmen, the shardbinders the gun. All must be dismantled.
In the case of the alchemists, you are right. They coveted the powers of hell and must pay for it.
They just are, they're what's granting him some of his strength.
But Miriam is not like them. She is fighting for us, at great personal risk.
Really? You forget how many of our friends perished for similarly misplacing their faith.
And do I look as weak? Look closer.
I was bored with her anyway.
Do your job, Zangetsu. You need to put a stop to Alfred.
I moved pretty aggressively, to be honest.
And I will. But you listen to me, Shardbinder. If you value your life, then stay out of my sight.
If I go completely off the camera, it goes a little crazy because it doesn't know what to do. It's like a puppet that's lost its master, but is still alive.
You can hold me to my word, Dominique. But don't presume to tell me what else I can or cannot do.
I apologize for my acquaintance. He had no right to speak to you like that.
Pay it no mind. I've been through worse.
I want you to know that I trust you, Miriam, and nothing anyone says could ever sway that trust.
Well, you have my thanks. It's nice to know that I have someone on my side.
Zangetsu is a demon hunter from a land far to the east, in the tumult of a decade ago, perhaps even longer. Demons robbed him of everything precious to him, and he's despised everything to do with them since. His strength, however, is second to none.
I saw it for myself. I could tell he was holding back, but he was a handful regardless.
What's he holding back? Because he killed us a few times in some alternate realities.
Maybe it was a lack of conviction that dulled his blade. Well, I'll be off then. I mustn't leave Anne alone for too long.
Why is your last chat message sheep? Puppet. I called him a puppet. But yes. With Zangetsu defeated, let's go back to home base real quick. But yeah, Zangetsu can be played as. He is one of the playable characters. And he plays differently than Miriam. I think you get access to him when you beat the game. I already have access to him.
Got any targets for me?
Here's what I've
I also, if I remember correctly, there's a part in Miriam's quest where you play as him anyway, briefly.
Good work. Here's your reward.
I don't remember. Yo, hemp.
Learned anything new?
Here's what I've turned up. Good work. Here's what I've turned up on the monsters. Help port to the cattlemen. Kill those.
Are you eating? What are we transmuting this time?
Oh, wait, my rice should be done.
What exactly is the Liber Logaeth?
A book written by an alchemist named John Dee.
John Dee. I know John Dee.
It's written in Enochian script, which is said to be the language of angels. The book has the power to summon good spirits.
But demons are not good spirits.
Power is power. If you can summon good spirits, then all it takes is some changes to the structure of the rite to summon something else entirely.
I suppose that makes sense. You researchers come up with some wild ideas.
I finished the harvest. Here's your share.
Here, plant some potatoes next.
Can you plant this?
Sure, I'll get to work.
Hi, what are we transmuting this time?
Rice ball.
I'll go with this.
One for me, one for the old lady. Look, you can see the crystal growing out of her back.
Great.
When she cooks.
I'll go with this. Great.
It looks the same as the rest of her tattoos. Except that one is actually popping out of her.
I'll go with this. Great.
Assumedly, if Johannes hadn't done what he did, all of the tattoos would grow into those and slowly take over her body. These are weapons I can make with my 8-bit coin, which means they're like special weapons.
I'll go with this. So, Johannes, you and Dominique are old acquaintances.
Yes, she's risked much to help us, despite her position in the church. For example, she arranged for the galleon that took us here, and she gave us use of one of her homes. That was where you first woke up.
Why would she be so kind?
I don't know, but she seems interested in alchemy. She even helped me develop the rite that stopped the crystal from overtaking you. As far as I'm concerned, she took us in after the guild's destruction when no one else would, and has allowed me to continue in my research. We owe her a huge debt.
We do.
It's nice playing a Castlevania game, or a Castlevania-like, with full voice acting. Not that these are dialogue-heavy games, but they have some quite a bit of dialogue. Not as much as a Xenoblade or a game like that, but it's up there. Alright, this thing's slow, but look at its fucking range. Yeah, fuck you. I think I just one-hit that ghost.
Oi, wait a minute. Are you human?
What does it look like?
I'm not sure. Your body is covered with weird decorations.
Yes, but these are all the rage in Paris.
I don't know, Sky.
Oh, Paris. Wow, I've never been to Spain. The name's Benjamin.
I'm Miriam. Benjamin, you shouldn't be here.
I know, but I'm so scared I can't even stand up. Damn, I just want to go home.
Do I have any items that could help get him home?
No.
Damn,
I gotta find him one of those warp stones. But yeah, no, this is a really quality game. And, you know, it was made thanks to a dedicated development team and a dedicated fan base. Like, this game would not exist without the fan base. I mean, if you think about it, this game was made by a startup. Who got their funding from us, not investors. I mean, we were the investors, but... yeah, sometimes fans can keep a series alive, or... alive in some form, at the very least. Oh, there we go. A waystone. That's what that guy needs. But yeah, I mean, this plays so close to Symphony, but it's got some modern gaming improvements. Visually, it's great. The character models are a little, you know, they're definitely designed to be viewed from a distance.
Damn, I just want to go home.
But I mean, they're for what is basically an indie game. They're not terrible.
This you help me escape.
Yes. Picture your house, and don't let go of that thought.
All right, I'll try it.
I think it worked.
Hopefully his house isn't buried underground or full of monsters. But yeah, this game's got great art style, it's got great soundtrack, strong voice acting. All of the things that made Castlevania great, as far as gameplay mechanics are concerned. I'm sure the development of this game has helped the company, make enough money to make another game. Like, this game has done pretty well, sales-wise. Yeah, early in development, when an early trailer for the game came out, some people, I mean, everyone was excited, but some people pointed out that the visuals were a little stale. And Igarashi replied like a year later or less with a new trailer showing all of the updated visuals. You know what? I might as well show it off because it's funny. Here. Also, here, you can see exactly what this game's rated T for teen for. So this is the game's original graphics from the first trailer. As you can see, the lighting isn't quite what it became.
I'd forgotten the way it felt. Like uninvited claws.
I mean, just that shot right there, you can see how much effort they put into improving the art style. I mean, keep in mind, the shot on the left is still a game in development, but they wanted to, they were like, hey, the game's gonna look better when it's done. They really tightened up the graphics. But yeah, like, look how much atmosphere and mood they were able to add to the game.
Oh, hurry up, man. Boss is coming in. Dude, almost got it.
Hey guys, finished testing that game yet? I've got another one I need designed.
We just finished level 3 and need to tighten up the graphics a little bit.
Great.
Hey, I can't believe we got jobs doing this. I know. And my mom said I would never get anywhere with these games.
Call Westwood College online, 800-914-8582. That's 914-8582. Call now.
You just gotta tighten up those graphics. That's what they did over at in the development of this game. They tightened up the graphics. What's amazing is that commercial. That commercial's from like the 90s. At the latest, that's from like the 90s. It's amazing that they were already starting to advertise that shit to, like, how do we get gamers to come to college? Teach them how to tighten up the graphics. With acting as good as your favorite internet funny videos. But yeah, no, after that trailer came out, everyone kind of quieted up about the game's art style, or graphical presentation. Which was nice. It was nice that there was a complaint, and the complaint was addressed, even if it was already going to be addressed. Because we have no idea if the original graphics were... Like, the original graphics could have just been the in-development graphics. Who knows? I mean, I don't know that for sure, but... knowing a little bit about how game development works, usually you start with some rougher assets than what you finish with. But yeah, see the way they rocked it. They really did improve the visuals between the first trailer and release. Look, it's the fucking enemy from Symphony that would insta-kill me. Or, Rondo. Excuse me. I'd end up in its portrait and it would stab me. The song that plays in this area is probably another one you'd like, Sky. It's got lots of organ. A magic that has a permanent effect. By acquiring the shard, this can be turned on off. Okay, shortcut. It is possible to call it the state. Oh yeah, this lets you have loadouts, basically. I used it a little bit. So you can unlock multiple loadouts, and then you can switch between them at the on the fly. A pro player could probably take more advantage of it than I would. Ooh, I've been cursed. I'm going to die. Alright, Right, shouldn't have fucked with the ghost. No, not first death. What am I talking about? I died like 3 times to Zangetsu. Maybe I shouldn't be here yet. I am gonna have to save this soon, but this game's a lot of fun. I'm not gonna start any of the other October games early, but I wanted to start this one early because this is kind of a long game. Yeah, go back up where you came from. Let's leave the ghost lady alone. I've learned my lesson. All right, dude. Increased dagger and rapier damage.
Scrumptious.
A save room would be nice. I don't think I'm going any higher here yet. Look, get a load of this creature. Acid jet.
Scrumptious.
Oh god, can I get a save spot? Oh, that guy wasn't so bad. Dance mask. Hey, I got the stone mask. A stone mask once used by a tribal chief during ritual sacrifices. JoJo reference. JoJo reference. The guild has been abandoned by yet another patron. Today's world sees our work as meandering, fruitless mysticism, and whilst my superiors have tried scaring the aristocracy by insinuating their mockery of the intangible will bring demons to their gates, I doubt these tactics will suffice to avert the guild's demise. My superiors act with alacrity now. They have sent a missive demanding I focus my studies on the conjuring of demons, so they see my crystal as a waste of time. And this new task is not. The Liber Logaeth has been with the guild for generations. They think I can squeeze a demon out of it now. Their faith is sorely misplaced. Rose ring. Ring that increases the amount of magic restored by mana roses. Oh yeah, it's you know, it's borderline Castlevania. There's gonna be fake walls. Real fake walls.
A demon!
Wait! I'm a good killer, Barber.
Butchers and cutthroats all say as much.
I'm not a cutthroat. I've never cut anyone. Well, I have, but it's these scissors. They've cursed me to become a demon.
Then why not cast them aside?
Cast them aside? If I could take them off, I wouldn't be cursed. Duh. The name's Todd. And the only way my curse will be lifted is if I barber my way through 666 different hairstyles.
Well, why not just make the hairstyles up then? Lop a little off here or there.
Ah, there's a penalty for sloppy lopping. If I don't give my patrons good haircuts, the scissors kill them dead.
You have the worst curse ever.
Yes, quite literally, yes. Please, can you help me find information about hairstyles? I'll cut you for free.
That is not an enticing offer.
No, not cut you. Cut it. Wait, what are you even worried about? You look like you could rip me into 100 pieces.
I really could. All right, you have a deal.
So, miss, shall I take a little off the top?
Customization. This guy can change your skin color and your eye color too. What a... Oh. I don't remember these options being available. I remember, like, here's a few options. I think they might have updated this since last time I played. You can change the color of her sclera, too? Go back to default. I don't want to mess with her eye color right now. How does this look? I didn't take! I hit the wrong button. I'm not making a Lear. Oh, fuck, you're right. A Lear was split, like, in half the other way, though. Fine, I won't do red. You know I love blues and reds, though. They're like two of the colors I can see. Nah, I don't feel like it anymore. Whoa, with this hairstyle, you really look like Shinoa. I'm sticking with the default haircut for now, but eventually you unlock quite a few. Alright, you know what? I'll put red into her costume. I told you this was a dress-up game. What color is this? Is this changing? Hold on, I need to make it more... Yeah, it's changing that part. Okay. What do I want the other color to be? Actually, that's kind of cool. No, fuck. It's not cool anymore. Oh, you ruined everything for me. I'm too colorblind to deal with this. Don't say anything about it. Just let me have this.
The look suits you fine.
Okay, now I have to ask. Does my last choice remind you of anything? Don't say. If it's a Lear, I don't want to know. Okay, great. I know in my first playthrough of this game, I made Miriam's hair red.
Hi, Miriam.
And then I just played the rest of the game with red hair, and I think I forgot that it wasn't red by the end of the game.
What are we transmuting this time?
But this is the kind of customization where I feel like I don't need to stick to some canon customization. Like, the character looks like the character regardless of her colors.
Did you see the Eastern man in the red armor? He was at Dominique's supply post.
You mean Zangetsu? Be careful around that one.
Nah, it's fine. As soon as you said it, I wanted nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, Sky.
He thinks shard binders and alchemists are as bad as demons.
It just... As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, no, these are not colors I want to combine. Not anymore.
He said he'd cut us down if he saw us again.
Well, we did technically start all this. But I agree, he doesn't need to be so savage.
Those scars on his body tell the story of a rough life.
Oh, well, then I'd better keep my distance.
That you should.
I think I might make her eyes red this time, because I do like red. But yeah, I like that, like, because, again, they wanted to do some character customization with Alucard, and you can a little bit with, like, the cape you equip, and you can stick sunglasses on him. But I like that they were able to execute ideas from that game to, like, their full extent in this game, with more modern hardware and more modern, just capabilities in games. Also, they put a fast travel point right next to the Demon Barber so that you could just get over here.
So, miss.
Yeah.
The look suits you fine.
Now I just gotta get out of this stupid pirate hat. Okay, dude. I much prefer the one who just cuts my hair. I just unlocked a new haircut, I think. That's a boss door. At least the game's kind enough to let you know. Alright, we'll try to take on this next boss, and then I'm gonna be saving it soon. I hope this game has been enjoyable, though. I figured we did Symphony of the Night last October. This would make a good continuation of that. Oh yeah, the stained glass monster. Ooh, dude, I don't remember what his... I don't remember his attacks at all. He got me. he got me. I have no healing items. We might need to go back to base to make some healing items. Hey, you remember that time I glitched through the floor in Symphony of the Night? Oh, he fixed himself. Got him. First try. And now he is ours. We can use him to manipulate objects in the environment. Unicorn ring. A ring that amplifies the restorative properties of items you use. It also is worth equipping anyway. Alright, I'm gonna save this here. As much fun as this has been, it's 6:30 already. Oh, all right. Bye, Miriam. So, that was the early October stream. I might play more of that over the weekend. I might continue Code Vein. I don't know. But, isn't this something? I don't think there's any actual vampires in Bloodstained. Actually, no. There's one. Sorry, I had to crack my neck. Alright. As much fun as it's been, I'll be back tomorrow. Have a good night for now. It's like a glove. Well, I did put him in a very formal outfit. Anyway, goodbye for now. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.